Hello there and welcome to yet another amazing video recording series where we're going to be taking a look at our premium pay series for week 50, the blue coupon week, which happens to be the third week of Australia 2024-2025 season. I remain your host, Raymond Engineer. Okay, a quick one before we dive straight into the business of today. If you stay with me till the end of this video recording series, I'm going to reveal you to two reliable pays that are going to produce 1/2 full-time draws from each of them. Each of these pays have been carefully analyzed based on last week's sequence and are projected to produce at least 1/2 full-time draws from each of them. So without wasting time, let's dive straight into the business of today. As courtesy demands, if you are new to this channel or you're just seeing videos on this channel for the first time and you actually love what we do here on this particular channel, you want to go a long way to keep receiving our video recording series, all you need to do is subscribe to our channel. By subscribing to our channel, you stand a chance to see every video we post, every new video we post on this particular channel. Both this channel, we have two YouTube channels, the Dr. Josh channel and also the UK Football Pool channel. So you stand a chance to get notified whenever we drop brand new video recording series on these two channels. Okay, so click on that subscription button to get subscribed, click on that notification icon thereafter to get notified whenever we drop a brand new video recording series. And also don't forget to like this video by clicking on that like button. Don't forget also to share this video to all your social media handles so that more people will get to discover our channel and also stand a chance to benefit from the freebies we give out here on a weekly basis. Okay, this is the second video for this particular week. The next video we're going to make will be on the RSK paper review for week 50. But without wasting time, let's dive into revealing the first pay we have for this particular week. Remember, we have a main pay and an alternative pay, so we get started with the alternative pay. Okay, our pay comes from a sequence that states that on the special advance fixtures in Australia weeks starting from last season, whenever on the high score quiz column you find number 1 at box 1 of high score quiz, just like what you are seeing here, my mouse is being hovering over it. Whenever you find that, all you need to do is just know that that sequence is projected to give us some massive winning, sometimes 5/5 full-time draws, sometimes 3/3 full-time draws, sometimes 7/7 full-time draws, and 2 reliable pays. So for this week we are set to deliver also with a massive, it's projecting 7/7 full-time draws and 2 reliable pays, but as courtesy demands, we are going to pick the best 3 as our banker draws, which will make our nap, and also release out the 2 reliable pays for you guys to actually make use of. So I'm taking our time to do the free pays for you guys, the alternative pay and the main pay. Okay, also take note that this week we are expecting a total of 11 draws on pool. This week 50 of 2025 season, we are expecting a total of 11 draws on pool. It's going to range between 7 to about 11 draws, but from our forecast and also the papers made available to us, it's projecting a total of 11 draws. So without wasting time, let's take the reference week first for you to actually look them up. Okay, so much thank you UK Football Pool for making available these papers to us to use for our videos, and also Daddy Junior for also making available papers to us. Not forgetting solutionartista.com for also making our time to post papers for us to download and make use of. Thank you very much. So now on the reference week, we have the first reference week was last season, which was with 50 of 2024, which was a blue coupon week where matches were played between the 15th and the 16th day of June 2024. Okay, the next reference week was in week 51, a week after week 50, which was a red coupon week, where matches also were played between 22nd and 23rd June 2024. Then the next week of reference was in week 2, which was a blue coupon week of 2024, where matches were played between the 13th and the 14th day of July 2024. Then the next occurrence is this current season, week 50, which is actually a blue coupon week, where matches are going to be played between the 14th and the 15th day of June 2025. So I really hope that it's going to actually scale through this particular week, because it's projecting 7/7 full-time draws and a very reliable pay. So if you wish to subscribe to our premium services, feel free to do that. We have the weekly and the monthly subscription plans, where the weekly goes for 20,000 naira per week and the monthly subscription plan goes for 75,000 naira per month. Okay, so to do that, all you need to do is add up the number hovering over your screen right now to your phone contact list and reach out to me via that number on WhatsApp. Let's get to discuss and make money together. Don't try to call, because the Etisalat network has been out of coverage for the past 2 to 3 months, so you won't be able to reach me via call. But you can easily reach out to me via WhatsApp. Let's get to discuss business and make money together. Now, on the first alternative pay, let's get started. The first appearance was in week 50, a blue coupon week of last season. If you come to that week 50, we discover the pointer has actually set, which happens to be number 1 at high score quiz box 1. Whenever that happens, the next thing for you to do is locate the numbers at lotto sequence. Remember, the lotto sequence might either be scattered or arranged normally, but whichever way, all you need to do is pick the 2 digits at lotto sequence, locate their numbers. Okay, for instance, in week 50 of 2024, we had letter C and letter D at lotto sequence, which represents number 3 and number 4. Okay, though they were scattered. Once you are able to locate this, the next thing for you to do is move over to the easy column, here, and you are going to see the lotto sequence represented at the easy column. Now, the position at which the lotto sequence are being represented is projected to give us a full-time pay. Okay, for this week 50 of 2024, lotto sequence, which were C and D, which representing number 3 and number 4, were represented at number 1 and number 2 of easy column. Okay, and number 1 and number 2 of easy column, being their position of representation, is being subjected to give us 1/2 full-time draws. In that week 50, number 1 and number 2 were projected to be a very reliable pair, where number 2 actually picked a full-time banker draw. And there we had the match between Central C versus Sydney FC, which ended in a 1-1 correct score draw. Okay, still on that easy column, the same thing that is happening this week is happening also. Still on that easy column, we have number 3 and number 4 being sequentially arranged numbers. Okay, whenever sequentially arranged numbers happens to appear as the remaining 2 numbers here, that are also projected to be 1/2 full-time banker draws. And for this week, number 26 and 27 were placed at number 3 and number 4. So 26 and 27 projected 1 full-time draw from them, which happens to be number 26, the match between Bayswater versus Amadel, okay, which ended in a 3-3 correct score. So it happened to produce 2 pairs for 2 draws. So the first draw there from the first pair happened to be number 2, which was the 1-1 correct score, while the second pair, which happens to produce a draw, picking number 26, which was a 3-3 correct score. So without wasting time, let's next go to the next week of appearance, still in 2024, which was in week 51, which was a red coupon week. And in week 51, the same thing happens. Firstly, you locate the pointer, which was number 1 at high score quiz. Okay, it's actually there. The next thing for you to do is go to Lotto sequence, and you'll find two alphabets, letter A and letter J, which represents number 1 and number 10. Okay, at number 1 and number 10, you move over to where we have the expert trio column. Now, if the two numbers are represented at expert trio, then pick their positions to give to you a very reliable pair. Here we have them at number 3 and number 4. So 3 and 4 are being projected this week to be a very reliable pair, where in this particular week, number 3 actually picked a full-time 3-3 correct score draw, and at number 3 we had the match between Marconi ST versus Sutherland Ace, ending in a 3-3 correct score draw. Okay, the next thing for you to do is still stay there on the easy column. If you have sequentially arranged numbers as the remaining two numbers, then pick them as a very reliable pair. But here we didn't have serially arranged numbers. Instead, we had number 38 and 45, which were not serially arranged numbers or close numbers, so it ended up doing 2/2 dead games. And in that week, we had a total number of draws to be 6 full-time draws. Okay, so here we had 1/2 full-time draws from this particular week. So without wasting time, we go to the next week. But before we go to the next week, if you're actually enjoying this video and you love what we do here, kindly subscribe to our channel and help us share this video to all your social media handles so that more people get to discover our channel and also stand a chance to benefit from the freebies we give out here on a weekly basis. And don't forget to comment, share your comments stating what you love about our channel, and don't also forget that we have VIP services which we render a nap for a week and also naps for a month, and also we have booklet offers. Click on the description of this video recording series and you'll see our premium services. Pick any one, click on the link just below it, and it will redirect you to WhatsApp, where you get to chat us up and we get to strike a business deal. Or just add up the number hovering over your screen right now to your phone contact list and reach out to us via that number on WhatsApp. Let's get to discuss business and make money together. Okay, back to week 50 of 2024. The total number of draws in that particular week was 7 draws. Okay, in week 51, the total number of draws in week 51 of 2024 were 6 draws. Then the next week of setting was in week 2 of 2024, and in that week 2, the first thing we have to look out for is the pointer, which happens to be high score quiz box 1. Here on box 1 of high score quiz, we found number 1 there, and whenever that happens, the next thing for you to do is look out for the Lotto sequence. The two alphabet and Lotto sequence there were letter A and letter E, which represents number 1 and number 5. Now pick those two alphabets, which are number 1 and number 5, and bring them to the easy column and try to see if they are being placed at easy column. But in this week 2, they were not positioned at easy column, and based on the setting made available to us, it stated clearly that if those two numbers from the Lotto sequence are not represented at easy column, the next thing for you to do to still know that this setting has actually come to stay is to locate those two numbers at the high score quiz. Okay, then pick the number directly below them at high score quiz to be a very reliable pair, and those two numbers directly below them at high score quiz must be represented at easy column. So this week we have at Lotto sequence number 1 and number 5, and if you come to high score quiz, you find out that number 1 is at box 1 while number 5 is at box 2 of high score quiz. So directly below it we have box 4 and box 5, which we have number 11 and number 21. So 11 and 21 also which are the numbers directly below them, are represented at the easy column number 1 and number 2, which projects number 11 and number 21 as a very reliable pair. And also their positions at easy column is to project 1/2 full-time banker draws as well, which projects number 1 also and number 2 in that particular week 2 as a very reliable pair. So in that week we had number 11 and 21 producing number 21 as full-time banker draw with a correct score of 3-3. Then we also had their position, which are number 1 and number 2, producing number 1 as full-time banker draw with a 1-1 correct score. And the remaining two numbers there were number 43 and number 27, which were not serially arranged numbers, and whenever they are not serially arranged numbers, the two numbers are projected to be 2/2 dead games. So in that particular week 2 of 2024 season, those two numbers, which were number 43 and 27, were 2 full-time dead games. Okay, since that time it has not actually appeared. So in this season, which is the next appearance of this particular sequence, which happens to be this season 2025 season, week 50, which is also a blue coupon week, we have the pointer in place, which happens to be number 1 at high score quicks box 1. Whenever this happens, the next thing for you to do is move over to Lotto sequence, locate the two alphabets there, which happens to be letter E and letter F. Okay, back to the previous week, which was the week 2 of 2023-2024 season. The total number of draws there were 10 draws in total, which is always a full payment. Okay, then come to this week 50, we have a Lotto sequence letter E and F, which represents number 5 and number 6. So the next thing for you to do is to move over to easy column and check out to see if those two numbers are represented at easy column. And here at easy column we have a number 1 and 2 of easy column, number 6 and number 5. Okay, since they are represented here, the first pair which we are to pick happens to be their positions, which happens to be number 1 and number 2, okay, of easy column, since the two number at Lotto sequence are being represented at number 1 and 2 of easy column. So you pick number 1 and number 2 to be a very reliable pair from this particular week. So that happens to be our first pair for this particular week, number 1 and number 2. Then the remaining two numbers at the easy column is projected to be a very reliable pair only if they are serially arranged numbers or close numbers. And in the case of this particular week, we have it to be closed numbers, which happens to be number 43 and number 42. Sorry, number 43 and number 44 represented at number 3 and number 4 of the easy column. So number 43 and 44 are being projected to be our second pair for the week. So in conclusion, the first pair for the week based on this sequence happens to be number 1 and number 2, while the second pair for the week happens to be number 43 and number 44. Both of them is going to produce 1/2 full-time draws from each of those two numbers. So, and it from the setting made available to us, is being projected that it's going to produce 11 draws on pool this particular week, and out of those 11 draws, we are fortunate enough to see 7/7 full-time draws based on the setting from our 2019 booklets. Okay, so it's projecting based on that booklet 7/7 full-time draws and 2 reliable pairs. So if you wish to lay your hands on this, you know what to do. All you need to do is contact me via WhatsApp. Let's get to discuss business and let's get to make some cool money together. Okay, without wasting time, I would love to call this video a day here. So if you love this video, please kindly subscribe to our channel. It is very important to us. We don't want to miss you. Kindly also like this video and also share it to all your social media handles so that more people will get to discover our channel and also stand a chance to benefit from the freebies we gift out here on a weekly basis. And don't also forget to make use of that comment section by dropping your comments stating what you love about our channel and also suggest better ways in which we could use to improve on the quality of videos we render for you guys. This will go a long way to help us make better and quality video content for you and also make videos that will save your interest. And also thank you very much and do have a lovely day. Remember, those that go for our premium offers, we are going to give you detailed explanation just like what we did for this particular pay video for you to be able to see and follow up, do your own research, confirm these numbers which we are going to project as 7/7 full-time jobs and be in good profit. Thank you very much and do have a lovely week ahead. I remain your host, Raymond Engineer. See you in the next video. Bye for now.